I don't know.
Some bullshit.
Some bullshit.
Hey, it's Sue.
And Megan in the restricted section.
And today we're doing the Fall Time Cozy Time book tag.
Yay!
And we were tagged by Ben Sanders.
Hi, Ben.
And the original tag is by Sam's Nonsense. So we'll have both videos down
below.
Yes. Down yonder.
Down afar.
And we're drinking a Fall Time Cozy Time beer.
We are.
Called Pumpkin Patch Ale from Rogue.
Yes, and this was
Rogue
recommended
Farms.
to us by your robot friend.
Yes, on our Battle of the Pumpkin Beers, she mentioned this one that she thought was really tasty. So, let's try it out. Where is Rogue Farms from?
I don't know, but I've had other beers from Rogue that I liked.
Newport, Oregon. So let's check it out.
Let us do this.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's pretty good.
That's quite tasty.
Yeah, it's not as sweet as some pumpkin beers.
No, it's got more of the spice going on.
Yeah, but not in a bad way like that Ichabod beer.
Oh God.
This is a good spice.
This is a good spice. No, this is really good.
Yeah, I like it.
Good recommendation. That's delicious.
Alright, let's get into the tag.
Let's do. Alright, so the first question is Crunching Leaves. The world is full of color. Choose a book that has reds, oranges, yellows on the cover.
I chose the book Nevada by Imogen Benny. This book is about a transgender woman living in New York, New York City, and says she's trying to stay true to her punk values while working in retail. When she finds out her girlfriend has lied to her, the world she thought she'd carefully built for herself begins to unravel, and Maria sets out on a journey that will most certainly change her forever. And I got this because the author is transgender.
Okay.
And a lot of the comments on Goodreads from reviews from people who are also transgender said that this was a really good representation
Of trans people.
of a person who is transgender. So
Very cool.
So I got it, and it's orange and yellow
Very
and
cool.
pretty. So there we go.
I might have to borrow that from you. I chose The Jaguar's Children by John Valent. I haven't read this yet. I got this from Book Outlet because it was cheap. I think I got it in like the damage section. But yeah, I haven't read it yet. This is about a young Mexican man who pays to get smuggled into the U.S. And I think there's a lot of craziness that ensues, but like I said, I haven't read it yet. So.
Alright, the next question is Cozy Sweater. It's finally cold enough to don warm, cozy clothing. What book gives you the warm fuzzies?
The warm fuzzies.
Yeah.
I resisted the urge to say Harry Potter for this one. I didn't. I actually said The Shock of the Fall by Nathan Filer.
I almost chose that one too.
I wondered if you would. I was like, we might have the same answer for this one. But
yeah.
I love that book. I think it's a really interesting account of mental illness, and I really, like, my heart went out to the protagonist in the novel. So.
Yes. I chose Into the Land of the Unicorns by Bruce Covell. This was a childhood favorite of mine. I read it multiple times when I was in like kindergarten or first grade, I think. I just read this book over and over. And it's the first book in a series. I never read the rest of the series. I just read this one
just
over and over and over again. And yeah, it's just it's like this girl gets transported into this magical land of luster, and then she has to help save the unicorns. Like all unicorns, I think. If I recall correctly, it's been since I was a child since I read this. I should reread it because, you know, it would take like an afternoon.
Yeah, just a little bit of time, yeah.
Yeah, but it's, yeah, just I find it cozy because nostalgia, and also it's just a nice story. There we go.
Very nice. The next one is Fall Storm. The wind is howling and the rain is pouring. Choose your favorite book or genre that you like to read on a stormy day.
I went with a genre, and I chose horror.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a perfect atmosphere to read a horror novel.
It
a dark,
definitely
stormy
is.
day. In fact, I was reading the other day. It was storming here on Wednesday, storming really bad all day, and I was reading Frankenstein. And
That's perfect.
It was perfect because it was actually storming in the book at one point too. So it was a really perfect thing to read.
That's awesome.
At that time.
I struggled with this one because I don't really care what I'm reading. When it's storming outside, my favorite thing to do is read. So it doesn't really matter what I'm reading, but I was leaning more toward horror because of the atmospheric thing, and it's just it's kind of cool to read a like nice creepy book when it's dark and stormy outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just like to read when it's storming.
Me too.
I dig it.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's weird to read something where it's like sunshiny, happy when it's raining outside. I think sometimes.
I would agree.
Okay, next is cool, crisp air. What's the coolest character you'd want to trade places with?
I said Bjorn from The Hobbit because he is like a skin changer, and he can turn into a bear, and he's this like giant dude, and he's like a tough motherfucker, but he's also like really jovial, and he has a big personality, and he just seemed pretty awesome. So
yeah, and people were very like scared of him too. Remember that like Gandalf's like, okay.
Don't fuck with him.
Like, we have to do this really carefully.
Like, time out, friends. Don't fuck with this dude. Yeah, and I liked Bjorn a lot, so.
That was one of my favorite scenes in the book, though, where Gandalf just, like, more
kept having him
dwarves
come
just
and knock,
keep coming in.
right? Like, just wait a little while and then come.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite parts in the book.
That was pretty cool.
I chose... Okay, this is a cool character, but I don't think I'd want to trade places with her because some really fucked up shit happens to her.
That's a true fact.
She goes through some stuff.
Some shit.
But I thought that Scarlet was a really cool character in the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. I really liked her. She was probably my favorite character in the series because she doesn't really have any like special powers like Cinder does. She's not especially beautiful like Winter, and she doesn't have like super brain like Cress.
Right.
She's just kind of a normal girl. You know, like she's just a normal girl, and she gets sucked into this crazy shit, and she turns out to be quite a badass.
She is a badass, yeah.
And I really liked her.
That's pretty cool. I like it. The next one is Hot Apple Cider. What underhyped book do you want to see become the next biggest, hottest thing?
I chose The Song of the Forest by Colin McKay. I don't think that will ever happen because this book was published in 1986.
Right.
So I think it's past the point of becoming the next hottest, biggest thing. But I really, really liked this book. I thought it was beautifully written. He's a poet, and that definitely came across in his writing. And the story was just really magical and beautiful, and I really, really liked it. I did a review of it, if you're interested.
And she dressed like a wood nymph.
Yeah, I dressed like a wood nymph for funsies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I really liked it, and I'd love to see other people read it. I think it has like 8 reviews on Goodreads or something, like 8 ratings anyway.
Well, I'd like to read it just because you said it was so beautiful, and the language in it was beautiful, you said.
I mean, I will say that I don't think it would be everyone's cup of tea because it is a little flowery, I'd say. But I really enjoyed it. Like, I thought it was lovely. And the story was really interesting too, and had a... I liked the ending. I thought the ending was really cool, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. I'll have to check it out. I don't think mine's going to happen either because this was published in the 20s. I said We by Evgeny Zamyatin. I love this book. This was like the granddaddy of dystopian novels. It inspired 1984, which I love. I just thought it was a really cool book, and I liked reading it. I have seen
a few people, I've seen people talk about that on BookTube recently.
Yeah, I
hadn't heard of it until you read it, so I don't know if it was around BookTube before then or not, but It has been a bit recently.
It has. I would like to see more
Still
people
not
read
like,
it.
yeah, still
right,
not like
mainstream
hugely
or like,
popular,
yeah. But I would love to see more people really read it and enjoy it because I know I really liked it, so.
Alright, next is Coats, Scarves, and Mittens. The weather has turned cold and it's time to cover up. What's the most embarrassing book you own that you like to keep hidden in public?
I am not embarrassed by this cover, but I think it would start some weird conversations if I were to read it in public. And that is Asking for It, The Alarming Rise of Rape Culture and What We Can Do About It by Kate Harding. I borrowed this from the library, so it's not my book. But anyway, I'm reading it right now. And like I said, I'm not embarrassed to read it, but I do think that it would cause some really strange conversations. Yeah, if I was like sitting out in public somewhere reading it.
Yeah.
So
I chose one that also, I'm not really embarrassed to read it. I've talked about it on the channel before.
Oh.
Like, I'm not embarrassed that I've read it and I actually really liked it. But it sounds and looks really silly. That's
flowery.
Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. And yeah, like the cover is just, it looks like a teeny bopper little silly book. And it is about, you know, a teenage girl. She's 18, 19. So, and it is YA, but it was really good.
I've heard really good things about it.
I really liked it. And Rainbow Rowell's books, I think, all look really cutesy and like, yeah, sort of like they wouldn't have much depth to them, but they actually do. So,
that's cool. I've heard good things about her. I haven't read anything.
Yeah, but I probably wouldn't like be out in public reading this with this cover. Maybe I'd take the dust jacket off. That just has a cup of coffee on it. But still, like even the title is a little embarrassing.
I think what you should do is I think you should wear like your best black lipstick and like a Cannibal Corpse shirt and sit there and read that book.
That would be really funny.
That's what I think you should do. All right, the next one is pumpkin spice. What's your favorite fall time comfort food?
I said baked goods, just like cookies and, you know, cinnamon rolls and stuff like that.
Yum.
Or just carbs.
All the carbs. It's cold outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I said pumpkin seeds and soup.
I don't eat a lot of soup.
Oh, I love soup.
I'm not a huge soup eater.
Soup so much. I love it. So we are going to tag the Bookie Babe.
And we're also going to tag your robot friend, since she recommended this awesome beer to us.
And it's delightful. We love it. And we're also going to tag
Jordan Laree.
Yes, we love your hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's it. That's our tag. Let's talk about the beer some more. Still delicious.
I'm digging it. This is a really good pumpkin beer. I think it's like...
It's the perfect amount of like sweet and spicy.
I was just gonna say that. Yes, because like some of them are like too sweet and they hurt my belly, and then some of them like that Ichabod is just too spicy.
Yeah, but this one's a really good balance of the two.
This is delightful.
So I like this a lot.
Yes.
But what's the deal with pumpkin beers? Do not smell good.
No, they don't.
I smelled this one before I drank it, like as it was going to my mouth.
And you were like, nope.
Like pumpkin beers don't smell good, but they taste good. Most of them.
Yeah, most of them. I don't know. No, as I was drinking, like there was one in our
there was one. The one that we rated #1, I think, in our battle of pumpkin beers.
You were like, this smells terrible. Nope. And then it got to my mouth, and I was like, oh, this is okay. Everything's fine. This is good.
For some reason, pumpkin beers just do not smell very good. But I like the taste.
It's delicious. Quite good.
So we would recommend the Rogue Farms Pumpkin Patch Ale.
And I think this is fairly easy to find because, I mean, we're in Missouri.
So. Yeah, and it's from Oregon.
An Oregon beer.
And I don't know where your robot friend lives, but I don't think it's in Missouri. Correct us if we're wrong.
Yeah. So I think that's fairly widely distributed, so. All right,
so that's it.
As per usual, there will be links down below where you can find us elsewhere on social media if you so desire.
And if you have not subscribed yet, please do.
Do it.
And thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.